Welcome into your news at 6. Cities and counties across South Carolina could soon see their state funding taken away if they enact local bans on conversion therapy. That's the use of counseling to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity.
Now, it is already banned for minors in Columbia, but now that ban may cost the city millions of dollars. State House reporter Mary Green explains the surprising reason that lawmakers want to impose it.
A temporary law likely to be in the next state budget called a proviso would revoke state funding from any local government that enacts a ban on conversion therapy. The only place in South Carolina where this applies is the city of Columbia, which has had its ordinance in effect since 2021. Here's the answer when I asked lawmakers why this measure would be in the budget.
So really the city council members from Columbia were doing a very good job keeping us up to speed on avoiding a lawsuit and trying to resolve some stuff on a local level and ask for our help.
That's referring to this letter South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson sent Columbia City Council last month, saying he believes the city's ban on conversion therapy is illegal and threatening to sue if it isn't repealed. The potential repeal was discussed at the last city council meeting.
It's barbarous, it's treacherous to South Carolinians.
With most of the nearly 24 people who spoke telling council members the ban should stay in place so minors would not be able to get this counseling. The council decided to wait on a vote until state lawmakers resolve the budget.
I think we're in the middle of different political discussions and that we're the only city. And my question is why are we the only city?
The city could lose close to $4 million in state funding if the ban remains in place, which is why it caught us off guard when House Budget Chairman Bruce Bannister told reporters that Columbia city officials were the ones who asked lawmakers to keep the funding threat targeting the city of Columbia in place as they negotiated the budget.
They were supportive of us adopting the proviso and basically saying this. You can't do something that probably is not constitutional and they were going to lose a lawsuit over, and that this would encourage their members to think a little harder about it.
Was that Mayor Rickenman who was talking to y'all, or who?
Well, I don't, it was someone. I neither confirm nor deny who was doing the work on that end.
We reached out to Mayor Daniel Rickenman's office and city officials, asking to confirm whether they made this request to lawmakers or staff, and if so, who specifically spoke with them on the city's behalf and why they requested this. A city spokesperson sent us this statement saying, quote, City Council has been seeking clarity regarding the state budget proviso related to the conversion therapy ordinance, primarily due to its impact on the city's budget timeline to approve a balanced budget. The budget with this proviso in it will come before the full General Assembly next week and then head to the governor. I asked Governor Henry McMaster if he would veto that part of the budget if it gets to his desk. McMaster has vetoed a lot of local legislation because of constitutional concerns.
I'd have to look at it and see exactly what it says and what it means and what it intends to do. But really, there are a lot of very important things that we need to be doing. And I would urge everyone to let's stick to the very important things that we must get done, and then we can think about other things.
The budget vote will happen at the State House next Wednesday.
So following up on what Mary shared there about Columbia City Council members and trying to find out who from the city approached budget negotiators about keeping the temporary law in, we did follow up with council and two members did respond to us, Tyler Bailey and Peter Brown. Brown says that he did not want to discuss an upcoming vote. Bailey told WIS he is not sure which member or members of council would have talked to lawmakers at the State House, but he did confirm he was not involved in those discussions. The city requesting help from the budget negotiators is not something that Bailey was even aware of. However, he says he has not talked to all of his fellow council members. What is the potential cost to the city? The city stands to lose $3.7 million if the ban stays, prompting the mayor to hold some city funds back as they prepare to draft the city budget.
Part of the deferral, we made sure that we sequestered community funding from hospitality and A-tax to make sure that if something happens at the State House and we're not going to get funding, that we've got funding in place, because we've got to put our budget out.
And Mayor Rickaman did break with other colleagues on council when the ban passed back in 2021 and voted against it. Any decision on the future of the ordinance would require 2 separate votes by City Council.